Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jaguar. In this video, I just want to talk about a little bit of kind of what's going on in the world. Um, there's been a lot of fear going on, a lot of confusion, and yeah, just so much. I feel like all of us are going through this wave, of just deprogramming, of fear coming up, of the reality of death being so near. And interestingly enough, the coronavirus is where we're at, as this main focus of revealing. To me, it feels like a deep collective purge. So I'm excited, because to me, what it's brought personally, it has been so much release, of all that, of letting go of the world, letting go of the structures of society, letting go of like authority, and finding that inner guide, that inner light, that inner heart within. And I invite you, as you're listening to this, to really feel into how it's been for you, and how you can also begin to find that safety within yourself, that safety that you are divine, that you are one with the creator, that you're a drop of the ocean of all that is. And yeah, it's, we've all been through it, the different stages. Now we're at the stage where humanity is just like rising up. If you've seen the videos in Europe, there's just like this huge wave of no more. The lion sleeps no more. And that phrase, humanity, get off your knees, by David Icke, that has been so beautifully said. Human race, get off your knees. The lion sleeps no more. And to me, that's a deep coming back to ourselves, to our divinity, to that which permeates our vessel. And through my journey and my experience, that's where I've come to really have a base in, just realizing that I am that I am all that is. And at the same time, I'm this avatar, this this persona, this ego, and merging the two, having them both exist in both realms, is something that, like, to me is a beautiful balance. To be Jaguar and to be God, or part of God, or just be divinity, just be that majesty. And I've been helping many of you through just coming back to yourselves for for just the awakening and the redirection back to your soul mission. And I think that's very important, because we had that first wave of that reality that we can co-create our existence, to co-create this dream, that everything is a dream, that through our thoughts, through our actions, we direct our lives. And that spirit, the universe is always listening, always there. Whatever we want, it loves us so much that it'll give us whatever we want. And if that's the case, of that, if we're generating fear or chaos, or focusing so much on the destruction that's happening, ultimately that's what we will see. That's the lens that we perceive. And to me, this has been a beautiful spiral, and everything is such a spiral. Oh man, that it just feels great to have these deep insights. Ultimately, you don't need them, because you're perfect wherever you're at. There's nothing we need to achieve. Something I was tuning into with Muji, listening to his videos, and there was one actually particular with Russell Brand that just came out. I suggest you check that out. But his whole concept that you already exist in that permeating state of it all, and all that we need to do is throw away all the things that aren't you know, all the things you identify with, whether that's addictions, whether that's, you know, past traumas, whether that's past habits, whether it's, you know, even positive things like business person, artists, like all these things that we attach ourselves as who we are ultimately is transient. It's not solid. And when that is removed, we come into the layer of being. The stillness shows us that, and you know, I'm beginning to finally touch into that, and to find that unshakable power that Jesus would speak about. You know, that all that he emanates, all that he does is from the Father, from the universe. It's becoming that hollow bone, as one of my brothers put it, and doing the will of the divine. So taking like what we, that concept that we co-create, the law of attraction, you know, we can manifest anything. And yeah, it's freaking amazing to manifest your dream car, your dream house, your dream life, your dream career. Those are all so beautiful, but also realizing that even in that manifestation, even in that wielding of that magic and that truth, if we don't find the deep peace, if we don't find the fulfillment that we already are, it's going to be a continual more, and never satisfied. Because once that level is reached, just like anything, just when you become wealthy, when you become the ultimate magician, whatever it is, just like, and it's not like we need to go find that, because it is already within us. And that's really the message I want to share with you guys today, is realizing that you already have that within, and you are that. And the way to do that is to just, for a moment, visualize what would happen if you let go of these titles or these concepts of yourself. You know, what would happen if you were no longer these things? Would you cease to exist? Would you disappear? Or would you begin to witness that which is always there? When you begin diving deep into the ocean, even though the storm above is brewing in chaos and waves, that stillness. The bottom of the ocean is always so peaceful and so still, so tranquil. And that in itself is us. It's you, it's me, it's all of us. And how beautiful it is to begin going into that through meditation, through just realizing that each sacred act you do can be a meditation, can be a meditative action. And combining that with radical self-love, you know, honoring yourself so much, letting go of the shame of thinking you're shellfish, and really just being and enjoying who you are, and finally knowing that with all your flaws and all your gifts, regardless whether you're growing, whether you're seemingly not, you're always divine, you're always the gold. And each crack and each experience continually reveals that within. There's a story that I don't know if you all heard, but there was this conquering army that came through a monastery or a monk space, and the monks had all like got killed, right? And so it was like hundreds of years later, you know, that place was like reinstated, and there was this Buddha statue, like, and so they wanted to move it, and so they, like, one day they were planning on moving it, and one of the monks was by it and noticed there was like a crack or something. So he kind of like started chipping. I don't know the full thing, but I think he started chipping at the clay. It was like a clay Buddha, and he realized the whole Buddha was made out of gold, the whole statue. So that's like so symbolic. You know, they had done that to hide their treasure, to make it look so ordinary. And I feel like that's how divinity consciousness has, you know, given us that clay exterior, seemingly illusion. But the more our experiences break us into these spaces of just the more you realize that you're still here, you're stronger, and you're made out of gold. So, as a beautiful pirate once said, not all treasures are silver and gold. And that was said by Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'll leave you all with that today, to really feel into that, to feel how, as much as it seems like it's unbearable to be right now, or whatever situation you're in, you know, some loved ones passed, or there's some disease killing, just like realize, like, in the midst of that, even if you die, even if you move on to the next realm, that you continue, that you are that force, that we are that force that permeates all things, that helps the grass grow, the flowers bloom, the trees fruit, the oceans move, the stars, just all of it. And it's one thing to begin to grasp that in the mental space, but it's when we begin to feel it in our hearts and really find that rod, the unshakable rod, that we can do anything. So thank you for joining me. There's going to be much more content coming out. Stay tuned, subscribe, and together we're going to rise. Together we will get through this, because the golden age, the Renaissance, is coming. It's already here. It's time to wake up our eyes to it and, you know, redirect our technology to match our new consciousness, our wisdom that we're remembering once again. Aho, and much love.